Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is my savings challenge update for halfway through the year now, so don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So I am so behind in these savings challenges, so if you've not seen the video at the start of the year, I set myself some challenges for this year in the hopes that by the end of the year I would have saved what feels like a fairly substantial amount of money, but without having to do too much work to do that, if that makes sense. However, I'm so behind, and actually I've been really poorly for the past couple of weeks, and so life is just not going to plan at the moment, let me tell you. That being said, I thought I'd share with you how I'm doing in terms of these. This is my savings challenge binder. I'm actually going to start with the penny savings challenge, so let's move that for a second. So all of these are available on my Etsy store if you want to join me. So this is my penny savings challenge, and considering that we're halfway through the year or nearly, I should be halfway through this challenge, and if you can see from that, I clearly am not. And I've done most of the really small amounts, so actually it's all the bigger amounts that start to get left. And so yeah, I'm so behind on this. So behind. This is available as a digital download if you want to join me, and like, it is easy in some respects. However, because I don't have change every single day, I can't do this every single day, so I kind of do it as and when, and I keep saying, oh, it'll catch up, I'll catch up with myself with this, but actually, as you can see at the moment, that isn't strictly true. And half of that is because I have not, I've literally been in bed for the past 2 weeks. I've been really poorly, but I haven't been tracking my money and spending and stuff as well as I should be, and it shows in these and in every single part of this, and it shows. So you know, I am hopeful that I'll get near this, but like I say, it's all, so I only got a few of the ones before it gets to £1 thing every single day. I've done the most expensive ones, so I've done the £3.65, £3.64. I've done the biggest ones, but then I've got the rest. So yeah, so that's that. First of all, that's the penny savings challenge, and like I said, it's a digital download if you want to start that. Then the other ones in my binder. So the first one that I did was the £1 savings challenge, and as you can see, I rarely get £1 kind of left over, and if I do, they tend to go in my 52-week challenge, which I'll share with you in a minute. So this first one, this £1 saving challenge, if I did all of them, it would be £50. At the moment, I have a grand total of £3 in there, which clearly isn't, is nowhere near that. The £2 coin challenge is slightly better, I guess. Again, I don't tend to get many £2 coins. I tend to get, my change tends to be under £1 when I get change anyway, and then it kind of goes on the penny savings challenge, but then it just, it's just not, none of this is going to plan, I think, is the general gist of this video. But I thought I'd share an update because we're almost halfway through 2025, which seems ridiculous. But it also shows that I'm massively behind in kind of in every, what feels like every area of my life, but in this one anyway. So this is a £2 coin challenge, and I have 7 in there. So I have 7 £2 coins in there, which equals £14. Now, this is one of my favourite challenges, and I went on and on about it and how easy it was and how straightforward it is. However, you can see there that I'm also behind in this one, even though I've kind of gone on about how simple the challenge is and how much I love it. I'm also behind. I'm behind by nearly 2 months. And so again, although it's £5 every Friday, which in theory should be doable on my budget, there have been May and June particularly have been ridiculously expensive, and so I just haven't had any money spare, never mind spare to put in this, if that makes sense. So I am again massively behind, and June has been a no spend month, and it has been, and so hopefully by the end of the month, when I kind of look at my accounts and stuff, I will be able to kind of catch up with myself. But even then, so I'm Friday, 25, 30, 35, I'm already £35 behind, and hopefully, I keep saying to myself, you've got time, you can catch up, whatever, but actually I feel like I'm constantly chasing my tail at the moment with everything, and so but I love this. It's not too late to join me. Again, all of this is available on my Etsy store. Join me on this one, it's such a good challenge, and by the end of it, in theory, I should have £260 in here, but that requires me to catch up with myself and be consistent and keep going, which, as you can see, has not been the case so far, but we will try, and we will, you know, all I can do is try my best, and that's where we're going. And then the last savings challenge that I've done for this year so far, and again, I'm so massively behind on this, is the 52-week challenge. So obviously every week you put in a different number, and I have, you know, I have done some there. Look, so they're the pound coins. So I said about not having lots of pound coins, that's because they've been going in this one rather than the pound coin challenge. But can you see, so I've done, you can do this in any order, so you can do it randomly, you can do it in order. I was kind of doing it randomly, and then for one reason or another it just worked out that I had these. And again, like, and I've said this before, the chances of me having £52 left at the end of a week, never mind in the last week of December, which would be what it would be if you were doing this in order, is so ridiculously slim. Like, I just, yeah. So I'm going to plod on, because this says £1,378 if you complete this, which is such a big number. And I said this when I set this up at the start of the year, and again, if you've not watched that video, it's on my channel if you want to have a look. My plan for this was to try and get all of these savings challenges done, which saves over £2,000 if I do all of them, and book to take my boys back to Disneyland because we enjoyed it so much and want to go back again. But at the moment, bearing in mind we're already nearly halfway through, I am so far from that target. So this here, I should be at least 2 week, well, we'll say 25, because actually it's not quite the end of June, but I should be here. So I've got all of those still to do, and I'm already behind. And then it's all the big numbers that are coming up and up and up, and it goes up and up and up. And I get the principle of that, it's really good. I think I've only, and I said this again when I set this up, I think I've managed to complete this once in the, how many years have I been doing this now? A long time anyway, and I reset every year, and I do it every year. These are all laminated, so you can start again every time. I think I've completed it once. I might not have even completed it once, you know. So it was always going to be a big ask anyway, and as life is, I guess, it just, well, it's just expensive. The cost of living, everything else is going up. I've talked before about my budget's really tight, and also my sinking funds are done by my side hustles, but the less I appear online and stuff, the less I make through that. And so yeah, it's just a vicious cycle, and it's the only person that can change that is me, and the only person that's responsible for all of that is me. And so does it matter if I don't do these? It doesn't matter, but I'll be disappointed as well. And I like to set myself challenges. I do it all the time. I think it helps kind of money wise to have targets for yourself, whether they're short term, long term, whatever. And these are kind of, I guess, shorter term savings things, but they make it slightly more interesting. And it does help, but it can be also quite disheartening when you get to this point and go, I'm so behind on all of them that I'm probably not going to make it to the end kind of doing them. And that's quite hard as well. But again, it's all on me. So if I want to make sure that I do this and have these amounts left, it's on me to not spend in other areas. And so yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22 at the moment. And like I say, I've not been very well. I've been for blood tests and things, and so that money side of things has taken a back seat. But that is my savings challenge update for, well, halfway through 2025. How on earth are we halfway through already? But yeah, that's it. So let me know how you're doing with your savings challenges down below. Are you on track? Are you behind? Are you ahead? Is anybody ahead on theirs? How amazing would that be at this point? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have not subscribed, can you please do so already and like the video? It really helps the channel, and I'll see you again very soon.